All right, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at a few products from a company called Brugs Auto Care. Now, Brugs, they make foam cannons, they make short guns for your pressure washer, they make some products, they have some accessories, but today we're going to be looking at the foam cannon and the spray gun. Now, I reviewed the spray gun over on TikTok a few months ago, and I'll tell you what, man, that was pretty well received. People bought it and they really like it, and I've used it a lot since then, and I like it too. That's why I'm bringing it to you. Normally I do really high-end stuff and I like to talk about the best of the best, but I also like to be value conscious and I like to do products that offer a good quality at a good value, and I feel like that's where Brugs lives. Let's start with the foam cannon. The foam cannon checks in at about $49 and it's good build quality, good plastic. I mean, you're not going to break it just with normal wear and tear. It's larger on the bottom than the top, so it sits there nice. I like that. It's measured in 1,000 milliliters or 32 ounces, and it's nice and clear so you can see your product in there, how much you have left, and how to manage it on your vehicle. Another thing it has is a quarter turn top on it. Really easy to use, quarter turn, comes off. Now, some of the other things I saw about other foam cannons, the O-rings were kind of messed up. This has really two nice O-rings seated perfectly in there, and the manufacturing process on this looks absolutely flawless, so I don't have any concerns there. While we're talking about O-rings, and I mean any O-ring with your pressure washer, the first thing I want to do when I get it is apply some lubrication. Now I have this Tribal Lube from my rebreather days. If you know, then you know, but I'm going to leave some links in the description so you can get some good quality O-ring grease. I always recommend just putting a small dab on there, just about like that. Take your finger, wipe it around to get those O-rings nice and lubricated up, and you'll see immediately when you put it back on, it's just absolutely like butter. Now, if you're putting it on and you're tearing O-rings out of the little the seated position there, then man, you need to lube it up, man. Don't be going dry and blowing out your O-ring. And that goes with the pressure washer quick disconnects also. I lube that up right away. You can also see here, this one has a nice flexible silicone intake hose with the weighted ball bearing on the end, so that when you're tilting the foam cannon, no matter which direction, it's always pointing down. Now, I did notice when this came, it was a little too long. I did cut a tiny bit off. That's about a 1/4 inch, and it lays much better in there now. And you can see no matter which way I turn it, it finds the bottom of the foam cannon and it's going to suck all the soap out of there. Don't cut it too short because we don't want it dangling. We want it dragging around the bottom. And I'm pretty happy that they sent it a little longer. What I wouldn't want is it to be too short and then I can't do anything about that. If it's a little long, it's super easy to trim with some scissors, which you can see that I did here. Looking deeper into the foam cannon, as we take the hose off, you can see here now that it has these internal threads. So you got the quarter turn on the outside, the large area, and then the smaller inner area. Now, what is that for? These became popular on the early MJJCs, and I really liked it. What you do is you screw now I want the hose on here obviously, but I'm just showing you for the demonstration. You screw this right onto the soap bottle, and what that does is that enables you to draw soap, 100% soap out of the bottle, and you can adjust it with the knob on the top. My hope is that we can get this adjusted down to where I can do my entire vehicle using less than 2 ounces. That would be ideal. We're going to test it, see where we're at with that, but that's really neat. So you can screw any bottle you want on there and get good results that way. But to guarantee that you're getting the mixture that you want, the foam cannon, I like to put 1 ounce of DIY Incredible Suds. That's plenty of that. But again, you have to use the right amount of product. If you're using a different product, maybe you have to go 2 ounces, sometimes even a tiny bit more. So this foam cannon comes with a 1.0 orifice already installed in it. That works great with Karchers, Ryobis, other really low volume, meaning 1.2 gallons, something like that. It's going to work great with those. It's not going to work good with the Krenzel 1.9 gallons or an active 2.3 at 2.3 gallons. It's just not going to do it. It's going to run the pump too hard, and you're going to end up over amping, meaning it's going to draw more than the 15 amps, or burning up your machine, or just wear and tear that you don't need. So this end comes off, and the foam cannon build quality is all good grade stainless. You can see that. Inside here is our orifice. We got the 1.0 in here. but it does come with a 1.2. I'll be using that with the Krenzel today, and I think that's going to work just fine. You can get really fancy and you can adjust the orifice size. I'll leave a couple different orifice sizes down in there, depending. It's not a one size fits all. If you have a really high volume pump, you're going to need a larger orifice. If you have a low volume pump, you're going to want a small orifice, and you're going to want to play with it. Make sure your pump's not running too hard. Make sure you're not popping breakers, and just use some common sense on that. This orifice screws in with just a flathead screwdriver. Take it out, put the new one in, make sure it's seated good, and then put the male plug back on. Make sure it's seated nicely, and there you go. You're all set up. Moving around to the front of it, we got a nice adjustment here on the fan. Wide open is going to not be good, but you can play with that, adjust the fan, try to get it suited right for your water flow, the soap you're using. So the first thing you want to do is kind of play with this and get it right. You can also twist the entire mechanism so that you can shoot it sideways. Let's say you want to go up and down with it instead of left to right or right to left. You can do that. All in all, really good build quality here. I'm happy with it. It goes in nicely. That quarter turn is really awesome. Makes it good. It sits nice. Once we get some liquid in it, it's even going to be more bottom heavy. Right now we got the top heavy, foam cannon head on there. So if it was going to be flopping all over the place, it'd be doing it right now. That's pretty much all I have to say about the foam cannon. The rest is going to be putting it to work out front. Let's move over to the spray gun. Again, I've reviewed this on TikTok and people really liked it, and some people bought it and left some comments saying, man, that thing is freaking awesome. I agree that it's a good price point, good quality, $79. And it's pretty nice. You can see here that it took a really serious inspiration off of the OG Mosmatic, but it's different in a lot of ways. Is it a Mosmatic OG? No, it's not, but it's pretty good. It's got a nice, solid, good, almost indestructible plastic cover on it. It's got a nice tucked away live swivel. One thing I can't stand is when I see somebody using a pressure washer and they just have fittings piled up all the way down here, ragged Teflon tape everywhere. They're fighting with it. It looks like crap. Man, so Brugs took the time, recessed the swivel up in there, and keep in mind, this pressure washer's on, and look, that's absolutely butter smooth, so you're gonna get nice, good action with that. Let's say you're out there and your hose is twisted, the swivel's just gonna make it untwist really easy right in your hand, also providing a less fatiguing situation while you're working the pressure washer gun that way. So I like that. I'm not going to pull the trigger in here, but I can tell you it's a nice, easy trigger pull. You'll see that when we get out front, because it'll just shoot water all over the garage, man. I don't really feel like cleaning that up. You know what I'm saying? But let's move around to the front. This is one of the things that was unique with this particular gun that I really like, man. The quick disconnect. Again, lube that up, man. When you get a new gun, new O-ring, lube it up. And every time you notice that it's draggy or catchy, lube it up again. Get a tube or, and just make it work, man. That way you're not yanking O-rings out. Now, one thing I like about this, check this out. This is just one-handed. Look, boom, and it's in, it's clicked. You're not worried about it. With other guns, you got to hold it like this. You pull it on, and then you seat the quick disconnect in your hand, and then you point it away from the car, pull the trigger, and just hope that you don't blow the side off the car with a 50 cal shot off the front of this when that tip goes flying off. You don't have to worry about it with this particular model because look, when it's not connected, it just flies off the front. So it's either seated like this, or it pops off. There's no in between, which is nice. I really like that. On the front here, this comes with the gun. It's a rubberized tip. This is a 4.0 orifice, meaning the hole through the middle is a 4.0 40-degree tip. That's absolutely perfect for my Krenza. That's what I use. That puts out about 1,000 PSI at about 1.9 gallons per minute. Now, if you tried to use this on other machines, again, not a one-size-fits-all. Try to use it on an active 2.3, you're going to run the amps up right to 15 and maybe even a slightly beyond in my testing. It's going to push the pump hard, harder than it needs to be, and you're just not going to get those good results. You're also going to run the pressure up to about 1100 psi. So does this work with every pressure washer? No, it works pretty good with most high volume pressure washers. If you have a low volume pressure washer like a Karcher or Ryobi, they also sell one. It's a 2.5 orifice. This would work reasonable with those low volume ones and give you reasonable action with it. You could get away with the active 2.3 on this. Don't be afraid of it, but just know you're pushing that 15 amp limit. And if you're worried about that, get a different tip. 4.5 would probably suit you really well. Inside the kit also, which is worth mentioning, it has an M2214 quick disconnect already ready to go here, and this is more for the Uber Flex type hoses where you got this odd connection. Again, another O-ring. Lube that thing up, man. Mine are lubes, but this goes right on the front here, screws down, and that enables you to convert a hose like this that has the, you know, not so desirable fitting on it, and then you can connect it to the bottom of your spray gun that easy. Now, another thing that comes in the kit is also a 15 to 14 converter. In case you have a 15 connection, you're trying to get down to the 14, you got everything you need. It comes with some Teflon tape. That's going to be helpful also. I can't think of anything else to say right now about these without actually getting out there and getting this thing rolling, man. Because you know I'm not about that bull crap.
Gator don't play no shit. You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
I'm about putting it on the paint and seeing what we got, kind of getting rid of all the fluff. So let's mix up some stuff, play with the gun, play with the nozzle. We'll see where we land, and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, let's do it. Yeah. So we fired it up, got it fully closed, and I'm opening it nice and slow. And there we go. We got some foam. This is the minimum, and I'll tell you what, it's runny. This is not good enough with this minimum setting. So we'll crank it up a little bit, see what happens. A little bit more foam coming out, but still just not enough to make me happy. Now we crank it up even more, and now we're getting some reasonable foam out of there. And I'll tell you what, I could easily keep cranking it up, but man, I just don't want to use too much product. Using this spray gun, it works great. Trigger pull's easy, good fan coming out of the nozzle. And when I did my testing, it equaled about 1 ounce per minute, so that's plenty enough to do the car. Now my favorite way with the foam cannon, it just works amazing right out of the gate, no problem, and we're just confident with the dilution that we're using. Great coverage. I could keep going over and thickening it up, but you kind of get the idea. Same thing, short gun just works good. Cleans the panel really easy, especially with that Krenza. Now it's time for my thoughts. How did the foam cannon perform? I felt like when I put the bottle right on the bottom of the foam cannon, it did work well. When I first started, I had it fully closed, and I started to open it up, and we did get some good foam flow out of it. I feel like that the knob is a little bit, it's a little on the loose side, so it's kind of hard to lock in that exact amount, but you could come down, close it, open it up to where you're happy, and it should work really nice for you. Now with the foam that you're seeing here after that last adjustment I made, that equaled about 1 ounce per minute. So you could easily get around the car in a minute. You don't have to spend a lot of time, but I kind of feel like overall you might as well just mix it up into the foam cannon and run this thing wide open where you're guaranteed to know the exact dilution that you're working with in there. One thing I do like about that threaded thing on the bottom, the ability to use that, you can fill up all these little extra bottles. They can just be water bottles, and you could see here I could just put this on with whatever product I want in there. It could be a 8PC mix, it could be just about anything you want, and you could have as many bottles as you want for next to nothing, and it works great like that. Now it is going to be top heavy, it isn't going to be the best in the world, but that's one neat thing about it, in addition to being able to put the soap right on the bottom and get that action that we talked about. But my preference would be mix it into the foam cannon, run it wide open. It performed well. That's how I'm gonna use it most of the time. I might play around with the bottles some like I have in the past. Now let's move on to the spray gun. The short spray gun by Brugs, I felt like it had nice, easy trigger pull. It felt good in the hand. The swivel is amazing. I love this quick disconnect on the front where you just press it once and it goes right in, no problem. That worked really well. Let's talk about where does it fit into the rest of the things that are available. Now you got the OG Mosmatic. I've had this thing for years and it's just functioned flawlessly with no problems whatsoever. This checks in at about $200, but you're gonna get your money's worth out of that. Then we move over, we got the Active Short Gun. This is $69. This looks like the Beluga Whale, but I'll tell you what, I like it. It feels good in the hand. It's got good stainless fittings, a nice swivel on the bottom also. It worked well, and if you have an active kit, man, it brands well and looks amazing like it's meant to be. This is a good option too. Then you got the MTM SGS 28. Let me see what that thing is priced at this point. That's $89.99 for that one. So this is a good one, but again, we got that kind of longer fitting on the bottom, and when you put a hose on, it gets kind of lengthy. But this is the industry standard for many years. Feels great in the hand, easy trigger pull, and all stainless. It looks and works well also. Then we got the McGillans. This has an okay swivel on it. It's not the best in the world because, again, it's sticking out kind of long. A male plug goes on the end of there. It's got good trigger pull. It does have brass up front here. I'm not a fan of the brass. You know, I kind of care about the way my stuff looks. But overall, this is also considered to be just old reliable. A lot of people use it. A lot of people like it. I have one in here, and I've played with it, and I don't have any complaints with it whatsoever. And the McGillans checks in at $59.99. That's a good value too. So you can see here the Brugs at $79.99. That's right in about that price point range, and you're getting a good quality piece of equipment. Again, value equipment. I wouldn't say it's the absolute highest end in the world you can possibly get, but I can guarantee you're going to get your money's worth. I'll leave links in the description for everything I talked about, and come on over to my website where I talk a lot more in depth. A lot of you people like it. I got dilution calculators over there, panel impact ratio calculators. I got everything you need over there if you're looking for more details about your detailing. All in all, Brugs, you made some good stuff. I recommend trying you out and seeing what people think. Oh, that's some good stuff. We'll see you on the next one. Yeah.